You know what? That 2 hours and 12 minutes, man. I might have to try to sneak some quicker videos in. It's only 4:24. I'm not doing anything Monday or Tuesday, so I can knock out some videos today and tomorrow. Good grief, I'm over my job. Holy cow. But golly, I only work 180 days a year when you're a school teacher. I don't know. I'm highly over it. It's just too stressful. So Michael said Lincoln was shot on April 14th and died the following day, which could mean, we did get some of that gematria, on my long video where it talked about dies on a Monday. So he could get hit on Sunday, but not officially die until Monday, theoretically. So, that's always there. So we appreciate that, Michael. Christian said February has some interesting dates coming up. And, we were all over February, just like we were all over January. Big into January. December was so-so. It was light compared to January, though, because of the Donnie Darko overlay. But right in the middle of January, realize that October is coming. October is a Donnie Darko overlay also. But we did establish the transfer portal for 2022 specific. And mainly because when you go back 465 days, Trump said he had the illness on October 2nd, 2020, and you go forward and it lands on the day of a corona. He said he had it, the corona, and then you portal forward the same amount of days, and there is a corona. It's total solar eclipse. So they portal back and forth to each other. October 2nd and Hitler's birthday of April 20th. They always portal back and forth to each other unless it's a leap year. Always from January 10th. And always just from the standard ground zero of the official transfer portal of January 10th, 2022. I hope I said that right the first time. It's 2022. January 10th, 2022. That's the official transfer portal date. And but anyway, Christian's talking about February. And he says there's interesting dates coming up. You got February 1st, which is 201, for event 201. You got February 2nd, which is 22. It's my divorce date. You got February 12th, which is 212 Manhattan area code. You got February 21st, which is 212 area code. You got February 22nd, which is 222 of 2022. So that's officially 6 2s in there. And by the way, my number of 7 times 6 times 1961, you see the 8, which is a triangular number of 36. It says 8 TO2, the 36, 2 to what? Well, of course, it's 2666, because 8 is the triangular number of 36, and 36 is the triangular number of 666. And it seems like that's what I was born to do, was to take you to the 666, and which is Donald Trump, and then explain it all. Just like my first address was 404, first 3 years of my life, and there's 404 verses in Revelation. So, anyway, also February could be the 12th month, depending on which calendar you use, and so on and so forth. So just read that. It's in the All Brady All the Time. Brady reps Trump. He kind of went more into detail about it. I'll let y'all read the rest of that. Thank you, Christian. Always good stuff to hear from you. And your stuff is always very interesting. Now, I went ahead and Also, I think I uploaded some videos on Telling Truth 3. More than one suspect. I told Michael, I said, there will be more than one suspect in the Trump murder. Knives Out is showing many suspects, many motives. And of course, Trump has many enemies. So I started the movie Knives Out. Justin Kruger sent this, and it says, to Donnie Darkened, and from signing of the Abraham Accords to the eclipse is 1,334 days. Blessed is the one. Blessed is the one who waits and reaches the end of the 1,335 days. Too much. He says too much. This should be TOO. Too much of a coincidence. Too much of a coincidence to be a coincidence, in my opinion. Y'all know I don't know much about all these end of times numbering dates, but very interesting. We'll just go with it at that. So there's this clip on a commercial that I caught where he said that the dog has a demon in it. Revelation chapter 6, verse 8, King James Version, Bible Gateway. And it says, you know, it's going to kill 2 billion with the sword. So that's war, weapons, with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth. The beast of the earth will be killing people. Great trib. See, the Antichrist rises to stop all that. When you go to the next verse, you're already into the Great Tribulation. So the Great Tribulation, or excuse me, the abomination of desolation is skipped over, because as soon as you, and it's told in detail in other parts of the Bible. That's just it. The story skips around. You have to know your Bible. God didn't just like write everything out in perfect order. It's written as a parable. It's written very cryptically. So as soon as you get through the four horses of 1 through 8, it morphs into the 5th seal. And now all of a sudden, you're into the Great Tribulation. And a verse or two after that, you're into the wrath of God. So they skipped over the abomination of desolation here. But killing with the beast of the earth, that's a pretty serious thing. Demons can go inside of animals, we know, from the ones that went into the swine. Not really. You're just a demon. 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 A demon. Just a demon. You're just a demon. You're just a demon. You're just a demon. You're just a demon. Now, is he saying to the dog, you're just a demon? So what are they trying to tell us? So they're giving you the 10, well. There have been 11 of these occasions in the postseason. It's 10 in the long. 7 of them being possession touchdown. Being possession in the long. It's 10 in the long. It's 10 in the long. It's 10 in the. Whoever wins the coin flip is 10-1. Well, the Chiefs won the coin flip. So now it's 10-2. They just gave you a 10-2 code. It's 10 in the long. It's 10 in the long. It's 10 in the long. You know who won the coin flip? The Chiefs did. That's why they're getting the ball. You know who won the game? The Bengals did. So now it's 10-2. They just coded you October 2nd. Very, very cryptically. True or false? True.
Presence will be.
Now, Jesus is the truth, as are the sheep who tell the truth. So by proxy, well, let's just view it.
Presence will be ornamental. You will find me.
In other words, an ornament just hangs around. It just hangs. It does nothing. It's like furniture. It's just sitting there. You will find me respectful.
A respectful, quiet, passive observer.
Just going to be a quiet, passive observer
Of the truth.
Of the truth. Jesus is the truth. Just, I don't know. Thought it was interesting. Ten and one. So it's like the day before is Groundhog Day. And what did he say? The end of the world is the next day, which would have been February 3rd, which would have been October 2nd. 10-1. So it's like the day before is Groundhog Day. And what did he say? The end of the world is the next day, which would have been February 3rd, which would have been October 2nd. 10-1. So this is my OJ. I used to live on Brentwood Drive, right? Well, this is my OJ. OJ's Brentwood home. My OJ area where I can get stabbed. It always reminded me of that. So this, as soon as I moved in there, I was like, this is like where Ron and Nicole got killed. Trapped inside. Remember they talked about how they were trapped in there? Big fake killing. So the demon and the dog, well, there's a movie called The Killer Shrews. I'll never forget that movie. Traumatized by a kid, right? As a kid. The Killer Shrews movie scene. All the killer shrew scenes in The Killer Shrews.
The giant killer shrew. It's a Sorex cericidae.
Weighing between 50 and 100 pounds.
Wonder if they say, storm's coming.
Later, we saw one of the.
If you haven't figured it out, it's the birds, but with dogs. Remember them sitting in a living room with the movie The Birds? Same movie. So are birds and dogs going to be attacking humans or just sheep? Possibly even during the Four Horses, even before you get to the Great Trib. Doesn't seem likely. But I think during the Great Tribulation, beast will be, since demons can use the human body as an avatar per the movie The Exorcist, as they showed you, and per the movie Venom, which they showed you, per the Bible shows you they can also inhabit animals when they inhabited the swine. So I don't know. The Great Trib sounds like one heck of a party. That's how they got out. They got inside those cans, those big metal cans, and they like got underneath them and like crawled out. Now, the dogs are pretty good actors. I mean, you had to, they probably had their own chair, and their own salon. And action. All right, stick your face through the hole. See? There they are. See them in them cans? Look at them.
Okay, here they come.
So they welded the cans together and they all crawled out. Do y'all feel like y'all have seen the whole movie now? You're welcome. Look at all that I saved you. Unbelievable. Michael sent me this last night. Cincinnati Bengals snap 33 season Super Bowl drought. Here's what was happening in 1988. NBC, they did Trump followed by The Voice, which is the image that speaks, TV show. They do Saturday Night Live in Studio 8H for 88. In the Howard Stern movie, it was Howard always had to repeat WNBC. He had to say it with a big inflection with the letter N. And this Super Bowl rotation, this Super Bowl, we believe the final Super Bowl is by WNBC. What do you know? So I will put this in the Gematria folder. I've been running Gematria as promised on items. I think I got some of that coming up here. How many days from Super Bowl Sunday until the Great Tribulation, April 20th? What will be the total yards of the winning team? Right? So we'll have to take a look at that. Or the losing team. The Rams, if the Rams are the losers, what if their total yardage is from the date of the Super Bowl all the way around? You follow what I'm saying there? It's like, so the Super Bowl is on the 13th, and we run around to April 20th, 2023, 431 yards. So does the winning team or the losing team garner 431 yards? That'd be interesting. And you're welcome for wasting 40 seconds of your life if that doesn't happen. Super Bowl 57, which I told Michael, I think because it came up in Gematria, Super Bowl 57 is another way to say the deadly wound event day. That opens the book of Revelation. It's going to be the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl of the Bible, so to speak. And because it does open the last book. Now it's on February 12th next year. So is it this February 12th on Barron Saturday that he goes down? Or is this Super Bowl 57 the February 12th 212 area code? The area code for New York City, Manhattan, the October 2nd, 2022 is Super Bowl 57, and it's 212, and it's the 53rd Super Bowl of the modern era, meaning this coming one is 52, which was my marriage number to Candy. October 2nd to February 12th, 2023 is 133 days. So October 2nd, that's coming up. And remember, we like October 2nd because it's the exact calendar overlay of October 1988. And text to Trump is 88-0-22. So it's 88-22. And it's got an 802 in the middle of it that stands for October 2nd. And you're like, well, October's the 10th month. No, but octopus, oct means 8. And remember, they released No Time to Die on October 8th for an 88. So 802 is October 2nd. So just based on that alone, they're screaming at us that it's on October 2nd. Screaming it at us. Well, if you go from October 2nd to the alleged, I don't think it'll ever come to fold because we'll be knee deep in World War III next February. I mean, toward the back end of it, right? We're only 2 months away at that point from the abomination of desolation of him stopping all wars and so forth and saving the earth. I alone can fix it. So October 2nd to February 12th, 2023, Super Bowl 57, it's 133 days apart. That's the 13 and the 33 fused combo, 133. So again, everything seems to bounce off of October 2nd, 2022. Super Bowl 57 is not only on 212 area code for New York, but it's at State Farm Field in Glendale, Arizona. I'm assuming this is Phoenix. I looked at it. It's like 12 miles from Phoenix, so it's basically Phoenix. Phoenix rising from the ashes. Super Bowl 57 written out comes to, now I'm going to look this all up in Mexican also, but it comes to John F. Kennedy assassinated January 31st, which is today. It comes to February 23rd, which is 223, which is 322 backwards. And Super Bowl 57 comes to Donald John Christ Trump. So I definitely think that's another way to say he's going down because he's going to die like Christ died. Get it? Now, Super Bowl 57 written out with a Roman numerals, and it's the 53rd in the modern era. So we go back and look at Super Bowl 53, okay? And that score was 13-3, which again is your 133 code, which is 13 and 33 fused together. And it was the goat over the ram. And Michael told me that a ram is a male sheep. I didn't even know that. I lived to be 60 years and just shy of 7 months old and did not know that a ram was a sheep. Thank you, Michael. That puts all this in way more into perspective, the Rams. And Tom Brady was called the GOAT, so it was the GOAT over the ram. And in Daniel 8, King James Version, Bible Gateway. Daniel 8, King James Version, Bible Gateway. So this is Daniel's vision, and here's a ram. It had 2 horns, and the horns were high, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. And I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast might stand before him. Neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand, but he did according to his will and became great. And I was considering, behold, the goat. So it smote the goat smote the ram and brake his two horns, and there was no power in the ram to stand before him. Now, remember the two witnesses where it's really two candlesticks, kings and priest? So I'm wondering if this is just the great tribulation all over again. But he cast him down to the ground, stamped upon him, and there was none that could deliver the ram out of his hand. Therefore, the goat waxed very great. So Trump's the goat and the ram. Well, and it said, therefore, he waxed great. And when he was strong, the great horn was broken. The goat waxed very great. And when he was strong, the great horn was broken. And for it came up four notable ones toward the four winds of heaven. And out of one of them came forth the little horn. Well, Trump's the little horn. Okay. Which waxed exceedingly great toward the south, toward the east, toward the pleasant land. And he magnified himself. And here's the abomination of desolation again. Okay. Transgression of desolation, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. Seems like they might be killing sheep specific even before you get to the Great Tribulation, which might go back to the four horses and beast of the earth are going to be killing sheep. I don't know. Killer shrews. Yikes. So let's just get rid of that. Yeah, thanks. So Super Bowl 53 was the goat over the ram. So Super Bowl 57, I think, kicks off when Trump goes down, and then you get the other four horses. Because it's got that 133 code. Anyway, Super Bowl 57 might be describing the Great Trib and not the deadly wound event, but the rest below is more of a Trump deadly wound stuff. So I think it does both. Anyway, Super Bowl 57, spelled LVII, comes to United States flag. Is it United States flag, or did I copy and paste that wrong or spell it wrong? I don't know. 138, which is Trump. Napoleon Dynamite, which is probably Trump. President Harris. Last Super Bowl. Order out of chaos. 46 defense comes to September 11th. The Bears 46 defense. Okay. I keyed in 802. Now I need to do this in Mexican or in the Spanish language specific, but I went ahead and tried it out in English. July 14th comes up, which is when I married Candy. And it's very strange because that 802, 8 is her marriage number and the 02 is for Earl. And of course, that all led up to, you know, remember I told you Earl's death and all the numbers associated were all about me and Candy's divorce. On 22, and Earl was killed with the 22. And the amount of my divorce, it only cost me $638 to file with a clerk. And it was license tag 638 that Earl was arguing with his mom over when she shot him, because apparently he had hit her. So it's just interesting that July 14th, the day I married Candy, pops up. Now, 1814 comes up, which was on Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation. So Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation is all about October 2nd. 1814 is the Jewish gematria number for 802. Now, I didn't key in 802 because that's another way to search it. So 802, I will search next. And by the way, I asked Candy for divorce on August 2nd, which is 802. So the text to Trump was right in my face. 88, Candy's marriage number to me. 802, when I asked her for a divorce. And 22 at the end, because we got divorced on Groundhog Day. So like I told you, Earl was all about my divorcing Candy, and me divorcing Candy was all about Donald Trump. So the Lord's been showing me this story through death, and a divorce is like a death. If you've ever been through one, then you know it's like a death. And just through death and divorce, the Lord's, put me where I'm at today, which is with y'all discussing the end times in a way, the way we're doing it here, all of us, is not done anywhere else. So this is very Holy Spirit driven, if you're into that kind of stuff. So it also comes to an 208. Why? Because it's the same thing. You just flip them. Well, 208 is not the day Earl was born. It's the day Candy's fiance was born. He was born on day 208. And you're like, well, I thought they were both born on July 27th. They were, but Earl was born on a leap year. So Earl's actually 209. So that should say Dean there. And Dean and Earl, same letters, D-E-A. You got the E-A there. But it also comes to final countdown, 802. Perfect. And the divine feminine. So I'll put that in October 2nd. That's everything for my prep. What all did I put into Michael's prep today? Do you remember the tuck rule from the playoffs that year with Tom Brady? The game was played on 119 and tuck rule comes to 666. Do y'all believe Michael found that? Did I read this? That Glengarry Glen Ross, the film, comes to Red October, New York in 4 ciphers, and Satan Enters Trump. That was the film with Alec Baldwin making a big, gigantic scene in the middle of that. I've shown that to y'all before. Alec Baldwin, Glengarry Glen Ross.
For Christ! Do I have your attention? Interest.
Are you interested? Oh, I bet you are.
Are you interested? I know you are.
So this is Trump right here.
Because it's fuck or walk. You close or you hit the bricks.
I think Michael gave us an always be closing too.
Decision. Have you made your decision for Christ? Decision. Have you made your decision for Christ? Decision. Have you made your decision for Christ?
Laugh, 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 because you can't make a decision for Christ. He makes it for you. So they're laughing at you with the free will. Nonsense. Super interesting, isn't it? I'll put this down in the description for you to watch. Oh, yeah, he did it right here. Always be closing matches. Iranian assassination in 3 ciphers. Phoenix Rising, 420, which is the abomination of desolation date. And the name of the beast. Unbelievable. What are you going to do with this Michael guy? He just comes up with all this stuff. All this stuff. That's why I let Michael just flow. Go do your thing, Michael. Let the Holy Spirit lead you. I got a folder called Gematria where I can just go and take my time. And y'all already saw my amazing work today on Gematria. I don't think I'm the quality that Michael is, but if the Holy Spirit wants us to know something, we will know it through me, through Michael, or through your own research that you share with us in the comments. with through people like Christian and so forth. So we're not sweating nothing here. SoFi Stadium is 298 acres. Or 121 hectares. 121 is Antichrist. The coordinate of the stadium are 33, 953, 45, and 118, 33, 92. So it's got a 33 and a 33. And both. Nice work there, Michael. The stadium broke ground on November 17th, which is your 11/17 right eye wound code, and opened on 11/8, which is your 88 code. We're talking about SoFi Stadium, right? Isn't that right? Yeah. Where this coming Super Bowl is going to be. 2013 Super Bowl power outage 9 years and 11 days prior to this year's Super Bowl. So does Trump go down on this Super Bowl? And I told Michael, what did I say to him? I have to go find it. Including the end date until this year's Super Bowl, it's 9 years and 11 days ago. Let me find for you what I said to him. I said, now, this is what it's telling us. For the AI has done all of this. I said, it's telling us that the next 9/11 is on Sunday, February 13th. Great. Now, if that doesn't happen, we default to the next 9/11, which is considered a Super Bowl event. That's the way I look at it. Super Bowl 57 equals 802 or October 8th. No Time to Die came out October 8th for 88. Then 802 is October 2nd. Text to Trump, 88. Whenever you went over that with y'all. This October is the overlay of 1988. Something's got to give. It's either one or the other. So, I mean, we're looking at this Super Bowl, because don't forget in Groundhog Day, it said Heidi 2. Nothing happened in yesterday's games. Today is Chinese New Year's Eve. Straight out of IPEC Goat. Well, we don't know when he blows that thing. I mean, that's the halfway point. And he goes down way before that. So IPEC Goat is kind of like the book of Revelation or the book of Daniel. Sorry, it's the same story being told over and over. Because Daniel has the abomination of desolation taking place over here, over there, over here, over there. Revelation over here, over there, over there, over here. It's also in Matthew, 2 Thessalonians. So they're telling the same story because we think Trump's down there, the rebirth, the lotus flower, loose change, LC. The boot, the coin. Well, one of them just crashed. And it's snowing. Psalm 23, flags torn in two. Well, is this at the North Pole? Is this a little city at the North Pole where all this is, why it's all snowy? Is that what all this is, a North Pole schoolhouse? Because the abyss is at the North Pole, and that's why it's always snowing. There's Michael's Godfather, right? Remember Michael showed us the Godfather strings. So, total solar eclipse. Now, if it's the year of the rabbit, I don't think there is a total solar eclipse on the year of the rabbit. So is that the buck full moon? Well, it's a super moon this year. Trump, the exit door is illuminated. Red and black horse. Y'all saw his eyes flash red and black. We've shown y'all that many times, super slow motion. It flashes red, black, red, black, red, black for the red and black horse. So you're knee deep now in the four horses of the apocalypse. And there's war. So he's already down. Now this is taking place in the year of the tiger because she's got a tiger on her back. Looks like a Bengal tiger. Now, Day of the Dead is just Day of the Dead. It's any day that you die, but it is specific. October 31st, November 1st, November 2nd, 3-day event. So if he goes down on the 2nd, remember they say like 28 days, 6 hours, that's the day the world will end. Well, now it's taking you up to October 30th, which is basically when all this is taking place. This would be after Trump goes down. And now, year of the tiger, Trump's been down 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds. And now you're getting up on the Day of the Dead. Why he's blowing the New Year's blower? It is the Celtic New Year. Celtic New Year, October 31st. Celtic New Year, October 31st. Can y'all tell my brain's not working? Because of this job that I do. What did the Celts do on October 31st? On the night of October 31st, celebrated Shamir, believed to be the ghost and the dead, return or the kingdoms would celebrate their new year on November. So it's New Year's Day. Straight up. The kingdoms would celebrate their new year on November 1st. So that's what this is. It's the first time I've really realized this and understood this like this. So if I'm right, thank you, Holy Spirit, for the discernment. So that's what's going on. It's New Year's Eve for the Celtic New Year. It's the Day of the Dead. It's 28 days. You're about to get your war. We're already under martial law in the United States. That took place on October 17th. Last year was the game, so it would be this year then on the same day. October 2nd is on a Sunday. That means the 9th is on a Sunday. That means the 16th is on a Sunday. So it'll be Monday. So it'll be 2 weeks in a day after he goes down. Yeah. Okay. So now World War starting, and he's, you know, buzzing around, going through his transformation. Going through his transformation. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I quit following this guy. I don't know why. He keeps popping up. Guess I didn't unfollow you on this channel. I sure enough unfollowed you on my Telling Truth archives. He reported something and I shared it on Facebook, and they took it down. They said false information. That's all he is a fear monger. And he's got 007 in his name. Dabu 7. So fool me once, don't get fooled again. I'll put iPet Goat down there also. All right, y'all. He's going down October 2nd. And that's what iPet Goat's pointing towards. I'm going to put in the headline to grab everybody's attention so that you watch it. Because that's what matters. We have to do it like that. Do I say iPet Goat solved in big letters to grab your attention? Proves he's going down October 2nd? Or do I just put iPet Goat also proves October 2nd? All right, love y'all very much. I read all of your comments. So lay them out there.